Hey everybody, I'm at the National Association of VMS Educators Conference in Reno. It's September 2014, and I'm at the Simulator Solutions booth here. And this company builds ambulance simulators for paramedic labs, and this is Todd from Simulator Solutions. So, Todd, tell me first of all about the basic simulation unit and its construction and what's in it. And
sure. So we have three different classes of models. We've got classroom models, which are mostly what you see here in terms of the video, so all indoors.
Right.
We've got our outdoor models, which are come in module only, and then also in full vehicle.
So you have full vehicle and module for outdoor simulation too. Wow.
Yes.
Now, are these
which in Canada you might not want outdoor. So.
It's not that cold in Canada. This is a common misperception.
Okay, well, I actually just
it's colder in Buffalo.
I was actually just got done talking to a guy from Alaska, so
yeah, that's cool.
So I'm in that mentality right now. But
no, you know what? 95% of Canadians huddle on the southern border, close to the United States, where it's a little warmer. So.
Understood. So
I think the weather's worse in Buffalo for sure.
Makes sense. Yep. So we've got classroom, we've got outdoor, and then we also have mobile. So if you have multiple campuses, that you can buy one that's trailer based and move it from campus to campus.
Right.
So in terms of the classroom model, which is where you've got a lot of the visuals, we've got our fully enclosed model here.
Fully enclosed model.
And then we've also got
this one here.
We've also got what we call our open learning model. So that's got the no doors and then a cutout above the bench seat.
See, I really like the open model, and I think it'd be good for me as an educator to look in to see what's going on. I wonder how freaked out the students would be when they get out of that one and go into the real ambulance and realize, hey, there's no window here. What's going on?
Right. Well, and that's one of the reasons that we actually like the fully enclosed model as well, is because it gets students a little bit closer, I think, to the actual scenarios that they're going to run into. And then actually, if you look on the interior of one of our closed learning models, we've got cameras in all four corners.
Yeah.
We've got a two-way speaker, so actually the instructor sits outside of the module. At an instructor control panel, has a screen where you can see into the unit through all four cameras and be able to communicate back and forth with the students.
And those cameras, so there's those cameras will link up to any old laptop, so that.
So what we do, we actually run it through a DVR, so that way you can record it and then use the recordings and debrief afterwards.
Okay, so you include the hardware with that. Now, is that required or is that optional?
That's optional.
Okay,
we've got some programs that already have their own sim labs, and so we actually can just plug in our cameras into the existing labs.
Yeah.
The nice thing actually about everything that we do, because we learned really early on that no two programs actually want the same thing.
Right.
And so because of that, we do all of our simulators custom built to order. Yeah. So that way, if you want 4 cameras in the corner, you can do that. If you want 3, one on each side and one over the airway, you can do that. And all of that is completely optional, so that way you're only paying for what you need.
Now, you were telling me about this one here, and you said you've got a stationary one, and you have one that simulates motion.
Yes, so
that sounds pretty sophisticated.
Exactly. So that's one where that's exactly correct. We've got stationary, and then we've got cabin movement. So you've
got some sort of motor off to the side with that, and how noisy is that motor?
So it runs off of pneumatics. So we actually have an air compressor, and
and they're fairly noisy sometimes.
The compressor can be a little noisy at times when it's on. We have a couple of different solutions for that. First is some of our customers actually really enjoy the noise that goes along with it, because it to a degree simulates engine noise.
Right.
Through the different speaker system that we have as well, we run siren noise and road noise, engine noise as well. So we really try and incorporate the aural distractions.
And
as
what
well.
kind of motion you get? Just kind of like bumps on the road motion?
Right. So you can do bumps on the road, kind of some railroad track options, hard stops, hard left and right.
So you can have your ampules sitting loose and go over some railway tracks and watch them shatter. Or you can have someone with pancreatitis, or and you go over a pothole and they're screaming in pain.
Wait until your students are right in the middle of intubating and then hit a hard stop. We try and just get you as close to the real thing as you can.
And then you've got trachea, esophagus, and some new hole.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So whatever stressors and environment we can, that the students will experience in the real world, that's what we want to try and simulate.
Excellent. And do you get siren sounds in there too?
Oh yes, got siren sounds, got fully functional lights on the outside.
Really? The lights too.
Oh yes, we've incorporated as much of the technology as we can to really make it as close as possible to the real thing.
All right, well, that's fantastic. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.